Well, you and Neef Buck went back and forth.
Yeah.
How did that start?
Well, let me say this first, right? Neef Buck was like, out of State Property, he was my favorite member. That was like my guy. When I was in jail, he wrote me, he only one sent me money, when I was in jail. So I come home, mind you, I was in jail for 3 years. I come home, I want to go back to rapping, but I don't know how to get on the iTunes and I don't know the computer at all. So I know Neef Buck did, so I went to ask him, like, Neef, I want to get on iTunes. He's like, well, just put it on my mixtape. I said, you don't get paid for my mixtape. I mean, so he said, well, I'll show you how to do it. It's going to cost like $3,000 to get on iTunes. I'm like, damn, $3,000? I said, I just came home, I got like 800. He's like, well, get 1,500 and then you can owe me the rest. So in the mix of that, the next day I see something called TuneCore. I put $60 or whatever and put my music on there. And nothing happened for like 2 weeks. I'm like, man, that ain't work. Then one day some kid like, oh, your music on iTunes. I was like, what? So I'm calling Neef to try to say, like, see if he knew that he was trying to burn me or was it a mistake? He wouldn't answer the phone for like a year. Like, I'm talking about leaving the messages. I mean, and I couldn't believe that he would, like, I'm like, bro, so I don't know if he didn't want competition or I don't know why he did that to me when I just came home, but like, you know. But again, even though this was only like about 8 years ago, I was a different old. See, when you in prison for a couple years, you won't go. Prison had you won't go. Like, so everything it happens, you just go full steam ahead at it. Like, I mean, so I went full steam ahead at Neef. Like, I went hard on him. You know what I mean? But one thing about me, whatever I say is not a lie. Everything I say be the truth, but I just probably handle it different. You know what I mean? The way I handled it, I used to go hard. Like, you know what I mean? So I said, Neef. So I called Neef. I said, Neef, you try to get me for $3,000. Give me $3,000. I'm telling everybody you read it. You know what I mean? He didn't give me the $3,000. So, you know what I mean? I told everybody that he read it. I mean, it was the truth, but you know what I mean, but everybody turned on me for saying that anyway. Like, that was crazy. I'm beefing with Beans, Meek, and Neef at the same time. You know what I mean? Like this nigga is crazy. Like, he just want to start trouble. But they all pissed me off. They all did something to me. I mean, it's different if you can't tell somebody why you're mad at them, but I could tell you, like, each one of them why I felt some type of way about certain things. But I wouldn't handle the same thing like that now.
Well, when you said that he snitched, was that something you just made up, or
no,
did
he
actually
really
snitch?
snitched. No, he really told. I mean, I would never make that up about somebody.
Okay, who did he tell on?
It was this kid. It was like he was at Best Buy buying some things at Best. There was this guy, a young kid working at Best Buy. If you give him like a couple thousand, he'd give you double merchandise. So he told Neef, don't come to a store. And Neef came to the store to get the stuff. And when Neef started buying and getting the stuff out of the store, the cops came and locked him up. And he told, no, I got it from him and, you know, whatever. I mean, so, you know, that's all I needed. That's all the ammo I needed. Like, my thing is this. I'm from the streets. I'm not telling on nobody about nothing. That's just, I mean, and I know everybody don't live by that code, and I understand it's a dumb code, but that's the way I was raised. You know what I'm saying? Then we're called state property. Like, I mean, so like, state property is a prison. That's like, I mean, so like, so mind you, when I was going at Neef, I just got out of prison for doing a couple years, so I'm like, man, you can't be telling. But I mean, it ain't work. Everybody still mess with Neef, but I forgave him now. I never thought I would forgive him. I forgave him. You know what I mean? Because I just think different now. You know what I mean?